Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So you've seen the thumbnail. I'm going to give you 6 recommendations for fragrance gifts for Mother's Day. So if you're interested, stick around. Yeah, welcome back, guys. So recommendations for your mother, mum, mummy, the old lass, as we say around here. Yeah, it's that time of year where you show a little bit of appreciation to the person who's you out. I'm sorry, who brought you into the world. And I've got 6 here, and they've all came as recommendations from my missus, as lovely as she is. And she's given me some brief thoughts on why she's chosen these. So let's get started. So first up, we have this Montblanc Signature. And I must say, it does smell very nice. And when you smell it, you'll think you've smelled it before, because to me, at least, it reminds me of a very high quality luxury lotion, or even those little bath pearls. But a high-end version. I know it's not a high-end fragrance, but the smell certainly is. And it can be had for a really good price. The missus says that it's really good for a daily driver, you know what I mean, like a daily wear, but it's clean smelling, almost creamy, and it's I don't think it's in there as a note, but it almost smells coconutty, and it might be that lotiony type of smell that leads you into, you know, believing that. Which smells really good, honestly, really clean, creamy, vanillic almost. The listed notes are as follows: clementine in the top, with magnolia, ylang ylang and peony in the mid, vanilla, white musk and benzoin in the base. Now, she only got a small bottle, and she does say that she regrets not getting a bigger one. That's what she said. But yeah, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Inexpensive, really nice and clean smelling, but not clean fresh, clean, creamy clean, like I say, a lotion. Really, really good. So recommendation number 1, Montblanc Signature. Recommendation number 2 is something quite a bit different. Here we have Hugo Boss, the scent Le Parfum. I love the scent line, both for men and for women. Oh, I'm gonna have to spray this into the air. I love this. Oh, it's so good. I really, really enjoy it when she wears this, you know. It's a woody fragrance, but sweet. This is like a seductive, like date night sort of deal here, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, a little bit balsamic and ambery sort of in its approach, you know, the way it comes over. But it's a sweet woody fragrance. Really, really nice. And I'll go over the listed notes for you now. We've got orange blossom and pink pepper in the top, with vetiver in the mid, and in the base we have akigala wood and patchouli. It's just really, really nice. You can smell that pepperiness, but it's a fresh pepper, you know what I mean? Really nice, really, really nice. My seal of approval, this one, but it speaks to my taste. That's got my seal of approval, but this resonates with me a bit more. So that's Hugo Boss, the scent Le Parfum. Recommendation number 3 comes from the house of Rosa Salas and inspired by house, and this is Saffron Onyx, which is an interpretation of Black Saffron from Byredo. Now, guys, you can wear this too. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know whether that's because I associate it with the missus, or it's a little bit of that, I guess, but you just maybe leans a little bit femme for me, this, but I know fellas that have worn this. It's such a good fragrance. This is really close to the Byredo as well. I remember after letting it settle, when we first got it in, the missus sprayed it a few times and let it settle for a week or so. I recommend doing that with all inspired by companies' fragrances, by the way. And then I had a decant still of the original. We're doing a side by side. It's really close. Really, really close. Such a good smell. This is a woody fragrance, and it's got some leather in there, saffron as well, as you would expect. But this is like quite dark, you know, quite dark and seductive, but still sweet. Still sweet at the same time, and floral too. This is like a boss bitch fragrance, to be honest. It really is. Suits our lass. Suits the missus. And the listed notes. You've got saffron, juniper berries, and Chinese grapefruit up in the top. And in the mid, you've got leather and black violet. And in the base, you've got raspberry, cashmerean, and vetiver. I don't think that they are all the notes, because the floral I'm getting here isn't the black violet. Was it black violet? It was black violet, wasn't it? There's something else here, but it's such a stunning fragrance. I wouldn't use this in the warm weather. I wouldn't say this is a warm weather fragrance, but we're only in spring now. There's still a little bit of cooler days and cooler nights. Ideal for a cooler night. Definitely strong enough to wear into the colder months, but a bit much for when it's hot. But and for the price you can get it for from Rosa Salas compared to paying silly money from Byredo, it's a no-brainer, especially if you think you're going to enjoy this. Well, you think that your mum or your missus or whoever it is you're buying for, you think that they're going to enjoy this particular scent profile, or that you know they do because they've had the Byredo. Definitely worth pulling the trigger on this. And if you want to do that, head on over to the website and use the code FRAGLAD10, all capitals, and you'll get yourself 10% off as well. But it has to be on something that isn't already discounted or isn't part of a bundle, and you'll get the 10% off. This is another one with my seal of approval. That's Saffron Onyx from Rosa Salas. Recommendation number 4 from the house of Christian Dior, Jadore L'Or. I keep forgetting how these caps come off. You know, I almost shit a brick then. I grabbed that expecting just the top to come off, but the cap's massive. Oh yeah. Really, really nice. Really nice. You can tell it's quality. Now, the missus said that this is something that's a bit glamorous, and it obviously isn't cheap at all. I find that Christian Dior is, especially the women's stuff, is actually worth the money in everything that I've had my nose on, but the missus hasn't got a hell of a lot from Dior. This in particular, it's floral. It's very floral. Sweet. But there's a almost solar character with it. Sniffing it from the atomizer like this doesn't do it any justice at all. But when it's on the skin and you're moving around, it creates such a lovely scent trail. Really, really nice. Yeah, like an elegant smell. A little bit opulent actually, but not rich. It's bright. I'd say it's like ideal actually for this time of year, spring. Not very, very hot weather, but it would be okay in the warm weather. Very nice. So the listed notes for Jadore L'Or, they aren't actually tiered, but they've just got them as listed notes. And those notes are jasmine, orange blossom, violet, lily of the valley, and rose. I actually pick up some yellow floral nuances from this. Just the way that it comes over, you know what I mean? But it is a very floral fragrance. But there's a freshness with it and a sweetness too. And it just smells really high quality. Glamorous, as the missus said. So, if you're wanting to spend quite a few sheets on your mum or your wife on behalf of the children, or whoever it is that you buy for on Mother's Day. If your purse strings aren't too tight, maybe worthwhile thinking about this one. Jadore L'Or from Christian Dior. Now, this next recommendation is something that I recently got for the missus. Was it for Christmas? Or was I just feeling generous? Maybe I owed her some money. I don't know if it was out of my pocket, but I definitely bought it. This is Ellie Saab Le Parfum in white. And this is lovely. Absolutely lovely. Really, really appropriate for this time of year. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Do you know, it's beautifully balanced as well. There's like a fresh sweetness with this. But the sweetness isn't just a fresh sweetness. There's something, I wouldn't say thick or dense. This is definitely okay for when the weather's warming up, but underneath it all, I wouldn't even call it creamy, but it's what I mean about it being really well blended. It is a balanced fragrance. But there's just something I really, really like about this. And I've said this to her both times that she's worn it, that this is a lot of bang for buck. Yeah, it's not like cheapy cheap, but it certainly smells more expensive than it actually is. I really like this on her. And the listed notes for Ellie Saab in white. In the top, we have orange blossom, red berries, mandarin orange, and bergamot. And then in the mid, we have jasmine and peach. And with base notes of white amber, white musk, patchouli, benzoin, vanilla, and tolo balsam. Quite a comprehensive note breakdown there from Ellie Saab. And it just is really well blended. Even now knowing the notes, there's only a couple of things that I can pick out, but I'm pretty certain that they're all playing a part here. Out of everything so far, I would say that this is probably most appropriate for this time of year right now, because in spring, you don't want something that's exclusively just a freshie. It needs to have some depth. It needs to have some sort of robust facets about it, because we're not in exclusively warm weather right now. It's a transitional period. We do have some colder days, but we don't want to be wearing anything that is a winter fragrance, you know what I mean? Because we want to be clinging on to that hope that tomorrow is actually going to be a hot one. So we want something that reminds us of this time of year. The days are getting longer, the nights are getting shorter, things are coming back to life in the ground, green, you know, new life, brightness. So we do want something that has a lightness to it, but it can't be too light. It can't be a fleeting, bright fragrance. So it has to be something that's got, you know, the best of both worlds. And this certainly has. It's got enough about it that provides a roundness, something that is, you know, a little bit of depth, but it is certainly bright. Really, really good spring fragrance. Definitely good for this time of year. And the final recommendation is from a house and a line that the missus has been all over recently. And it seems that it's just been hit after hit. No misses whatsoever. No misses for the missus. We have Narcisso Rodriguez for her EDT. Now, if you're not aware, there's something Narcisso Rodriguez does very well. Very, very well, in fact, both with everything that I've smelled that the missus has and things that I've had in the past in the men's line too. And it's the use of musk. Clever, well dosed, very, very well used, appropriately used, and really high quality as well. Not just the musk, but the fragrances are. And this one, this is nice. This is another one that's really well balanced, and I would say could be easily used this time of year. Yeah, I like this a lot. There's There's a sort of powderiness to it, but like a almost dark floral, you know what I mean? Like a dark floral powderiness, but it's bright too. It's clean. As I say, it would be really appropriate for now. Not for, I would say actually this would be a bit much for hot weather. But it smells really good. It's one of those things that when you smell, you think, I've smelled this before, obviously in other perfumes or things of that nature, like, you know, hygiene and beauty products. Certainly for women, it's not something a man would wear. But really, really nice. Definitely musky. And it's just got that a touch of class with it, you know, even though it could be used as a daily wear. It definitely has got a touch of class. And the listed notes are African orange flower, osmanthus and bergamot in the top, with musk and amber in the mid, and vetiver, patchouli and vanilla in the base. You'll notice that with a couple of these, there's a common theme of musk and patchouli and vanilla. Yeah, but this is great. They all are really. Let's be fair to the missus here. She has picked out some great recommendations for Mother's Day, and she's tried to make them, you know, a little bit of everything, budget friendly with a couple of them, like the Montblanc and the Rosa Salas. Narcisso Rodriguez isn't too expensive either. And you know, the scent, the parfum, it's a little bit more expensive, but you know, it's still not big money. The most expensive of which is, you know, the Jadore L'Or. But a little bit of something for every budget, a little bit of something for different occasions. So yeah, I think she has picked out some great recommendations there. Whether it be for your mother, for your missus, or anybody that you're buying for this Mother's Day. Leave some recommendations for you. So thanks very much for tuning in, guys. Something a little bit different today. I just thought I'd get it out there and maybe assist one of you in some purchase decisions. And if you're liking the content so far, make sure you hit the like button down below. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you hit that bell notification icon down there so that you can be notified next time I upload some scented nonsense. So until next time, guys, stay safe, take care, keep smelling good. I'll see you again.